The end of year is coming, people, whether you want it to or not. And most of you haven't even started your tax planning. Well, it's not too late to turn things around. In this video, I am going to give you 5 of the year-end tax planning and organizational strategies that you will be able to do right now. And you will make your tax person proud. But before we jump in, you already know what time it is. Let's like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any wealth building information. You can't afford to. Inflation is way too high. Tax planning and organizational strategy number 1. Get organized. You cannot do anything without organization. That is why I want you to use my 12 days to tax season strategy to get organized. What does that look like? That means you're going to take 12 days, and each day you're going to take a month. 1 day for January, 1 day for February. You're going to go through all your bank statements, all your cash receipts, all your credit card statements, and you're going to organize all of your expenses and track them. Do that little by little over 12 days, and you will be right where you need to go. Organize, because that is a starting point of everything. Tax saving strategy number 2. Run a year-end tax projection. That means before December 31st hits, you have to project out where you're going to be on your taxes. Do not close the year without knowing what your tax liability is going to be. Whether you're going to get a refund or whether you're going to owe Uncle Sam, you absolutely need to know that number, because that is the number that we have to decrease before year end. That is the number you need to know before you go out and start spending. Do you owe Uncle Sam money already before you go out and start shopping for the holidays? Get that year-end tax projection done so you can know exactly where you are. Tax planning and organization strategy number 3. For those of you that started your LLCs this year, I want you to stop, see how much money you've made, and ask yourself right now, should you make an S election? Why? Because if your income is over $50,000, you're going to get hit with self-employment tax, and you are going to be shocked at the amount of the self-employment tax you may need to pay. So getting that election done now before the end of the year will put you at peace knowing you potentially sliced off $7,500, $5,000, upwards of $15,000 off of your tax bill by doing that one tax planning and organizational strategy. Tax planning and organizational strategy number 4. Stop right now and look at whether or not you need to be doing some charitable giving. A lot of you have accumulated stuff over the year. Now's the time to donate it to your favorite organization. It doesn't have to be money. It can be in-kind donations. It can be that shirt, a blouse, pants that you're no longer using. It could be the things that are in the back of your closet that you're going to squeeze into at some point, right? Probably not. So go ahead and donate it. Why? Because you can get a charitable donation, but you got to make that donation before December 31st. And make sure you get those receipts, because every time I ask my clients if they made charitable donations, they start looking up at the ceiling. I don't know what's on those ceilings in those tax offices, but on my ceiling, there are no numbers whatsoever. Get the receipts and bring them to me so I can make sure you get that charitable donation right off. Tax planning and organization strategy number 5. You know, the best strategy we can utilize is to give our kids a gift that keeps on giving. If you have minor children and you are a business owner, there's 2 things for you to consider right now. Number 1, should you put your kids on payroll? Probably, if you have the money and they can do the job. And number 2, if you put your kids on payroll, contribute to a retirement plan for them. Yes, it's not too early. If you paid your kid $2,000, $3,000, they can have their own IRA. They can have their own individual retirement account. And you have done such a great thing. You saved on your taxes and you got your kid jump started in their retirement planning. Could you imagine what life would look like if our family did that for us? Absolutely. It would be a different story. And now that you know better, you absolutely have to do better. I have given you 5 tax planning and organizational strategies that I want you to implement before the end of the year. But the next thing you have to do You have to like, you have to comment, and you have to subscribe, because you cannot afford to miss out on any of this tax, business, or wealth building information. Absolutely not. We're going to go into the next year making it happen for ourselves. I can't wait to see you next year.